99.9% of all African prophets were S-O-D-O-M-I-Z-E-D by the godfathers of Benin, so that they can inherit spiritual power, so that they can have fame, so that they can become wealthy. Yes, I said 99.9%, which means the remaining 0.009 who were not did by the godfathers of Benin, who were not S-O-D-O-M-I-Z-E-D by the godfathers of Benin, are not yet born. Why do I speak with so much authority? How do I know all this? I have proof. I have records. I have a list of all of them who went to Benin. Some did not go directly to Benin. The young ones that you now follow, these young upcoming prophets, did not go there directly, but they submit under spiritual fathers who went there. So there is one thing that is common. Should you submit under a prophet, even if your spiritual father, it does not have a direct link to Benin, that happens. If your spiritual father, the main spiritual father, let's say your spiritual grandfather, was deeded by the godfathers of Benin, he also has an obligation to do the very same thing to his own spiritual sons. So whatever that was done to him by the godfathers of Benin, he will eventually also do it to his spiritual sons, so that they can maintain the strength of the network, so that they can expand their occultic influence or network. I explained all these rituals. This is just the entry-level ritual of Sodom and Gomorrah. If you want to become a prophet, it is just the entry-level rituals. There are many more other rituals that they have to go through. After the ritual, now there is maintenance, where now they have to be making frequent blood sacrifices to the godfathers of Benin to maintain their covenants. And if you want to know more about how they became prophets, why they are prophets, go ahead and download the Dark Lords of Benin. It's not for the faint-hearted. If you're not yet ready to know the truth, don't bother. Stay out of it. But if you have been curious about how your spiritual fathers became prophets and who controls your spiritual fathers, and this is not only limited to religious figures, but I'm more interested in religious figures, but this network extends to artists, gospel musicians, businessmen, politicians, all those figures that are so wealthy, but you can't trace the source of their wealth. The majority of them are part of this occultic network. The majority of them are practicing these rituals. The majority of them are sacrificing their family members for ching-ching, for money. The majority of them sold their souls for fame, for access, for connections, for the opulent lifestyles that they are living today. Do you wish to know more about the influence the godfathers of Benin have on your spiritual fathers, on some of your politicians, on these artists that you all celebrate, that you all idolize? Do you wish to know more? Then go ahead and read the testament that I recently released. It's called The Dark Lords of Benin. And you get to know things that you probably shouldn't know. And all this information, I've already told you, it puts my life at risk, because I'm probably the only person who's in possession of it. For I have a list, a long, long list of all of them. On the contrary, the reason why I'm still here, still breathing, and still alive, it is because of the things that I know, things that they know I'm in possession of. And this is something that they know, that should they do anything to me, the world will crumble. Because I also have my insurance. Should they try to do anything to me, because I've spoken about this. But they'll only know what I'll do if they should try to do anything to me. Am I not afraid? I'll be lying if I said I'm not. Because the people that I'm up against are monsters. They're heartless. They wouldn't care less. But for your good, I took that risk. It's up to you whether you go to try and understand. It's up to you that you dig deeper and search for the truth. It's up to you that you go and download this testament and be enlightened. It's still up to you that you keep on following these prophets, these so-called spiritual fathers. I leave it in your hands. The ball is in your court. For more information, go and check the link on my bio, on my profile. Take a leap of faith and download that testament. And believe you me, you never want to see anything called a man of God in your life. I'm out.